Construction work began at Merton Hall this week as part of controversial plans to welcome in Elim Pentecostal Church, with the church's current site being converted into a school. Wimbledon MP Stephen Hammond is among those fighting to save the hall's community value.
I have three main objections, really. First of all, it's not clear why the council are offering this site as opposed to several others they could offer. This is a site that's well used, and thirdly, it's not clear what's going to go on that site is either in keeping with the local area, or the council have satisfied people that the new usage of it will be appropriate for the traffic on this road already. And all the groups that use this locally as a community will have to think where else they can go. It's not clear to me that there's another obvious hall in this area.
Responding to Mr Hammond's request to postpone construction during the current local election campaign period, Merton Council's Director of Environment and Regeneration, Chris Lee, said, "Any further delay at Merton Hall will almost certainly cost the public purse hundreds of thousands of pounds. There will be potential damages claims from the contractor, and it's already an extremely tight timetable to get the doors open at the school in September 2020. We won't be delaying construction because the education of the pupils is at stake here. If we haven't got a school to open in 2020, then that will affect their education and life chances. I think that's too big a gamble." Mr Hammond, however, disagrees.
Well, that's clearly nonsense. There is another obvious site where they could move the church that they're proposing to move in here locally. That's just not right. It won't affect it either because already the children who won't be starting on that site this September. That school won't be moved into for at least 2 years anyway. So there is a site. So the children actually can start their schooling in September, and there is another site where what is going on to this site could be used.
Last week, Merton Council agreed to grant the hall Asset of Community Value status, meaning that at the point of sale to Elim Pentecostal Church, any other registers of interest to buy can be submitted by third parties. These parties must then be given 6 months to come up with the required funding before any sale is completed. It is believed at least one group has now registered such an interest, although the council has announced it will not halt construction during that 6-month period.
I don't think the council could have possibly not listed it as an asset of community value. It clearly is of community value. It clearly is of continual regular community use until the council shut it down. Now what the council have to do is to respect the terms of that.